Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Terran faction. Their 6-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to terraform new planets, and create new federations, to become the greatest faction among the stars.
Do 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 do.
Wah 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 wah.
Sean.
What? Oh, hi, I'm Sean.
And I'm Diana. And we are TLDR Game Series Quick Looks. Today we'll be taking a look at Gaia Project from the creators of Terra Mystica and published by Z-Man Games.
Gaia Project is a 1 to 4 player civilization, engine building, and resource management game played over the course of 6 rounds. Each player will choose from one of the 14 different factions and must terraform planets in competition with the other races to become the greatest civilization.
Players advance on the research track to customize gameplay and build or upgrade structures to increase the income or resources they gain at the beginning of a round. Players will continue taking actions until they pass their turn. Once they pass, they pick a new player booster and then calculate any victory points gained in that round. At the end of the 6th round, they calculate all victory points and the player with the most wins.
Yeah, and there are a plethora of ways to get victory points in this game. There are the player boosters that you mentioned. There are the round bonuses, and in fact, I'm not even going to take a chance of missing any. So let's see. There are the standard and advanced tech tiles. The research tree, which has 6 different research options. Federations, which you can create more than one of. The special actions. The QIC and the power action spaces, and of course the in-game conditions. And some of these you can do multiple times in each round. But I think that's enough about the overview of the game. Diana, what do you like about this game?
I really like the variability. There's just a huge amount of diversity in this game. Not only do you get 14 asymmetrical factions to choose from, but you randomize everything from the start. From the flexibility of the map tile placement in the beginning to things like round goals, in-game conditions, and player boosters. There's just so much variety in the characters and special abilities that you keep wanting to play over and over, so you experience each one.
This game is highly interactive. Each action you take on the game board could, in one way or another, affect your opponents. It's important that you are constantly adapting to your opponents and your surroundings. It may seem intuitive to carve out your own little corner of the map, but the game actually incentivizes building closer to your opponents. If someone builds or upgrades close to you, then you get to charge power for free. And if you upgrade a mine to a trading post near an opponent, then the resource cost is reduced.
Which brings up another point I really like about this game, and that's the rubber band effect that keeps players constantly in the game, but more importantly, prevents a runaway winner situation. Specifically, the first player token is taken by the first player to pass their turn. So essentially, if you have to cut your plan short one round, the next round you gain an advantage by being first. The other mechanic that really helps this effect is the passive power that Sean mentioned earlier.
Another great thing about Gaia Project is the 2-player variant. The map size is decreased, which promotes a higher degree of player interaction. It also uses a dummy player on the in-game scoring track, so achieving maximum in-game points is a real challenge.
One of the biggest draws to this game is that the actions are quick and meaningful, so play moves at an enjoyable pace and keeps me engaged. Micro actions are a great attribute to this game since the action variability is so vast.
From an artistic standpoint, I really enjoy that every faction has unique artwork that really fits each race's style of play. It's also pretty easy to become completely immersed in the race that you're playing.
Ah, there we go. Let the Wookiee win.
And you might actually find yourself portraying them.
So Sean, what didn't you like about the game?
Obvious or substantial?
Well, obviously you had an issue with the insert.
What insert?
Anyway, in our opinion, this is not a great game for beginners. Let me preface by saying if you've played Terra Mystica, you're gonna pick up on the concept very quickly. But for new players, There's quite a lot of iconography to learn, and it's going to feel very overwhelming.
I've had some issues with the rulebook as well, and some of the rules are a little bit convoluted, like Gaia forming a transdim planet and the Ivit space station. We had to reference the rulebook a number of times for those two things, and we'll probably have to reference it for different things on the playthroughs in the future.
As much as I love all the variety this game has, I really do wish there was an option for a more symmetrical gameplay. This would make the game more accessible to less experienced players, but it would also make the game a little bit easier to learn and to teach.
The last thing that I don't like about Gaia Project is something that I spent hours, no, days contemplating. I wanted everything to be perfect, so I had it all planned out. And then Dianna said something, and I knew I was gonna have to change what I was gonna say. And at this point, I just have to make a decision or she's gonna kill me. But I can't. I'm stuck in this cycle of analysis paralysis.
Well, while you decide, I think it's time we go ahead and rate. Are you ready to make a decision?
I'll just pass my turn.
No. Would you recommend Gaia Project?
Oh, I would. What about you?
Yeah, I definitely would. Would you play it again?
I would play it again. I still have 10 factions to try.
Me too. Would you buy it?
I would definitely buy it.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
Well, all right. Thank you for joining us here at TLDR Game Series Quick Looks. We hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out our other videos and podcasts, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.